Right, well, I've had a late one. Well, looks like we've got another dog, which I've got no problem with that. But, you know, I did say I like this dog. It's got like a Malinois nose. It's got a lovely wagging tail. I've heard it, thank God it hasn't run away. You know, but it's only a little. Look at it. It's got a Malinois nose. I heard it barking outside. I thought to myself, I thought it must be trapped in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Yeah, so basically the opposite. Oh, this could be my new best friend. Another girl. I only ever get girls because once you get them neutered, that's it. They're not a problem. You know what I mean? These dogs do some barking, but not like she's a nightmare. This one, Wolfie. But the other ones don't go out in the street barking. You get a bit of it, but not like male dogs do. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. She's lovely. You're a lovely one. But she'll be different to every other dog. These dogs have got personalities. I've loved them all. You know what I mean? Picked them up, talked to them, yeah, full conversations with them, especially him. You know, I've got videos where I've had conversations with him at night. I don't even remember making the video. I've been drunk. You know what I mean? And he's a bit quiet. He doesn't ever talk back though. You're a bloody love. Look, where's she gone? She was there a second ago. Yeah, we had a dog a bit back, and it wasn't young enough, and it was basically her brother's son had this little, I can't say a house, a dwelling with some like on a piece of land over there somewhere, right? He's an interesting character, he is, and so he's funny because he's got such a look about him that this dog, where is she? Saigon. Present yourself. You know, this is the Saigon, right? She's a lovely one of my favourites, and but she doesn't like if she looks at you and thinks you look like a criminal, which is a conjourn, right? If you look like a conjourn, which he does, he has got a look about it, looks like a criminal. He's tattooed and everything. He's like about 20 years old, I think. And like she's beaten him before, and she always tries to bite him when he comes there. Anyway, I was over there one day, and he had these dogs, and one of them was like a young dog that looked like it was about 3 months old, and he had an eye missing. And I thought, all the dogs around here, like most of them, they will just die because they get ticks and no one treats them, so they get ticks and die of blood poisoning. There's a word for it. I can't think of it. What it is? It's like their version of Lyme's disease. And yeah, so I thought, yeah, come on, let's get him over here. So that's what I did. I got it over here. It was a female. I thought also we can get it also neutered as well, just because obviously it doesn't need to go through being pregnant and having 6 puppies. Yeah, so we did that, and so I got over here, tied it to that pole. And Bond said something like, you know, make sure it doesn't get away or something. And then next thing you know, it's got away. It's got off the thing. And it's walking around. I thought, no. Bond says, hey, you need to look after it. It's all right, Bond. She says, you need to stop that running away or something. He's not going to run away. Look, he's walking around. He's loving it. He likes it. I turned me back for 5 minutes. It's gone. Never been seen since. So that dog, which basically a few months was with its mum over there. In a way I felt guilty, but I thought, I do feel guilty. But at the time I was like, oh well, look, you know, we've brought you to a better place. If you don't want it, then it's up to you. So basically what it's done was looking at a kilometre or 2 in that direction as the crow flies. Or a kilometre as the crow flies. There's no way it's going to know the roads. There's no way it can get back to its mother. It decided, right, because its mother really didn't really care about it anyway. Like when I went over there giving them food, he'd think that it would steal food off the baby. You know what I mean? So like the mother wasn't exactly the nicest. Anyway, and yeah, so it's walked off. It's decided to walk off, and then just, I don't know, because there's territories down here. There's dogs that way. There's dogs this way. Like where did it go? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter where it goes. So then what would have happened? It would have got to a bunch of dogs where it couldn't go any further and hidden in it. It would have hidden. That's what dogs do. They just hide. Sometimes they'll hide for hours and hours and hours. I've seen it with these dogs. I've gone out running or walking over there, or I've ridden them out in that back and they're all following me, right? And I've come back and one of them's gone. Always this one. Sometimes the other brown one, tan, the male, right? And I go, where the hell's that dog gone? And then you go, oh God, you go back, have a look, can't find it. End up, he's gone for 2 days. You know what I mean? Because what's happened is they've found that they've run off to investigate something. I've carried on, and then when I've come, then we've got home, they're not here. And what they then do is realise they can't then get back because they thought they're brave when they're with me, but when I'm not there anymore, they come across into another border of where there's loads of dogs, and they can't get. And then they have to wait there until something like 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when it's quiet, and then they have to try and sneak. It takes some days sometimes just to get through a few border crossings, you know. But it's nice that these. I don't know where that dog's gone. See, so we've got to be careful that it doesn't run off. There he is, bloody hell. I've got a video of him on my YouTube where he's making these noises here where I'd suddenly turn up at whatever it was, 11 o'clock at night after I've been riding around, and suddenly he's there in the dark, jumping up at the motorbike, going, oh God, you found me, you know what I mean? You know, because they're a bunch of babies, because I just treat them like I treat them so well, you know what I mean? So, bloody lovely ones, aren't you? Yeah, so got a bit of not bad news, but bad. I had some bloody bad news about the car. You know, yeah, I've just bought all this top of the range chain. But that's better than DID apparently. And also, this is in gold colour. When I ordered it, I ordered just straight whatever colour it comes. That's the cheapest. I've ended up getting gold because he must have not had the standard colour. He must have not had it in stock. So I got that. That's top of the range, that is. And so it lasts for a lot longer than normal chains, even more than DID. That's some standard sprockets. Apparently, there's no point getting any top brand stockets. I don't think they'll last any longer. Or rather, I don't know, whatever the reason is. Yeah, so the car basically, naively, I bought the car and I didn't realise it was lowered. I just thought, well, that looks good, doesn't it? It never even occurred to me that it was lowered, right? So then when we go to the Department of Land Transport, you know, as it's called, in that way, in Nonkai, I don't know whether they would have done this to anybody else, but they decided, the mechanics got together and went, nah, that's lowered, that is, and it needs all putting back to stock. And like you see, went from the top of the wheel right to wheel arch, man, it can be something stupid like 9 or 10 inches. I say stupid, but you know, so when you put something on top, it can compress down, so it doesn't. The wheel arch then comes down. Yeah, but the thing is, another thing about that car is, which you've got to be careful of, because I think this is going to be the next thing they're going to do to me. Its tyres stick out by about that much at the side. They've gone for these sort of lowered and fat tyres look. And what's going to happen is, so I'm going to raise it. So basically, what's happening is, it's at the mechanics now in the town, right? It's got to be right. It's got to be all this. The leaf springs have got to be moved from the top to the bottom. Is that right? They have an axle, and then they put the axle on the other side of the leaf springs, and I can never. My brain can't work out which way they do it to make it go lower. Either way, it's one of them. So I think they're on top, and it should be at the bottom, and that's how the whole thing moves. When you put the axle at the bottom with the leaf springs on the top, suddenly the whole bed just moves up in the air. So they put it on the axle on the top. That's right. Yeah. If you put the axle on the bottom, then the leaf spring, everything moves up. So the leaf springs, that's a lot of work, isn't it? They've all got to be taken off, or rather, something's got to happen where the axle's now on the other side. And we thought that was it, 3,000 baht, 75 quid. And you go, yeah, okay, at least it's just done. And then you take it there, and if you want it changing back, which we will, they, because you're thinking you've got to do the fronts as well, because the fronts will look hard, you'll end up with it like that. You'll end up with it looking like with the back. The back's will be high in the front, because the front's slightly lowered as well. It's not super lowered, it's not slammed, as they call it. Oh, there she is. You're a bloody lovely one. lovely one you are, aren't you? Look. I'm just she's gonna run away. Oh no. And we'll get it. We'll do a full video about it later. And then let's get a zoom on her now. Yeah, when I saw her the first time, I thought, yeah, I like that dog. She's got the Malinois nose. Yeah, so just gotta get her looked after. And yeah, because there will be ticks here, but our dogs aren't, because they're not on our dogs, so there'll be less of them. So you've got less chance of dying. But hey, we've had a dog that was looked like it was about 3 months old, and my missus, she brought it here to do the normal picking and I said, Bon, that's not our dog. But like, I'll pay for medication to have it so it's tick and flea free. But I'm not paying it for it. And if we take it in, it's our dog. You know what I mean? Then I'll pay. She tied it to that thing, and then one day I come out when she used to bring it from her friends around the corner and just bring it in and pick it and go through it. Then one day I woke up and it was just on the floor, sort of like just all feeling sorry for itself. That's basically means it's been bitten by a tick that's injected. That, you know, because these dogs can have loads of ticks on it. Oh, look at she's playing over there. Look. Oh, that's the lovely lady. Look. Look. She wants to play. That's Saigo. Well, that's not Saigo. That's the twin of Saigo. Oh yeah, look at that. She loves it. Look. Oh, she's gonna love it. She's gonna love it here. Look at her. Brilliant. Oh, that's great. That is. Yeah. So this dog was tied to that there, and then I woke up one morning. It was like it was on the floor, sick. I mean, like, oh yeah. That because it hasn't got the Florena Bravecto. Bravecto is a brand of tick and flea medication or prevention, and all these dogs have got it. It's got this thing called Florena, and it goes around the bloodstream. Wolfie, she's the only one I'm worried about because her mum, who I got rid of. That's the black one there. Her mum killed one of her puppies. I woke up and her babies were there. Woke up and she'd had her babies in the night. That's right. And I saw, look, she's had some babies. And I turned around and one of the babies was over there and it was dead. It had been mauled. And it was her mum, who was a nutcase, very jealous. She was very jealous of me, or rather jealous of her, because I always gave her a lot I petted her, and her mum didn't like it, because her mum was one of these dogs who is just like her sister Tauco, who's around here somewhere, the black dog with the white chest. She's just like her mum. Her mum, that dog comes up to me at night and then puts her head between my arm, and stuff like that, and suddenly she's there. Her mum used to do that. Now, you know, it's like, and like the way that Wolfie then just went over to her, like that, like that's the only, I do worry about that with Wolfie, but we'll just have to see. I think we'll be all right, as I say, because Wolfie's from the same mother, so that mother had to get rid of her. She not only killed that baby, she also, a few days earlier, she attacked one of my other dogs that I'd taken in, and because I'd been giving that some love as well, and she'd noticed it, and you know, she was a little bit crazy, and so I had to take her away. I took her to another province and tied her to a tree in a town, and then told some people across the road, oh, look at that dog, there's a dog there, and they went over, and as they went over, walking over to investigate, I drove off. So that was it, gave her a second chance. You know what I mean? So where have we got to? Yeah, so we've got you're a lovely one, you are, aren't you? You're a very nice one. So yeah, she's loving it over there. So basically, the girlfriend just phoned up and says, oh yeah, so we gave it to this place the other day, yesterday we took it to this garage in the town, who they look pretty experienced, got loads of trucks in, and he said, yeah, we get that done, we just have to flip it, it's a thing, people do it here, you know, when you have to change ownership, they have to take it to the Department of Land Transport, and they do an inspection, and most of the time nothing happens, but most of the time nothing happens, but this year they've just picked it up, and probably rightly so, because especially the fact that the wheels stick out, it's like they've not said anything about that. I think we're going to have to end up having the wheels replaced, say, look, can we borrow some wheels off? Even get to there's a wheel shop, a second-hand wheel shop with wheels and tyres on, basically get all the wheels like replaced for standard ones, so they go inside. Because that's what happened. We'll get there. We'll have done all the work, hired it, and they'll go, yeah. We'll look at the wheels can now, if those. They'll say the wheel arches, if they were completely compressed, which they shouldn't be now because of the fact that it'll now have the ride height will be higher, right? They'll say, yeah, but if the wheel arches came down below a certain, got compressed down to a certain near the wheels, they would touch the wheels as opposed to be inside the wheel arches, because at the moment they could come down to be honest, at the moment, if you didn't know, you could load that vehicle up thinking, oh yeah, it's quite close. You know what I mean? And then somehow when you went over some bumps and it went up and down like that, the bounce of the heavy item in the flatbed truck, then maybe getting thrown up in the air and then going bump back down again, it would come down and the wheel arch would touch the top of the wheel. So, it is a real thing. I'm assuming, is that the reason why they say now we can't have that? You got to change it back, and then people then just change it back. Because I won't ever put a ton of stone in the back of that truck. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a thing. But when I order anything like that, he just comes. It comes with their truck. I'm not ordering loads of. I might put a sofa in the back of it if I see a sofa at the local big home shopping store or something. Anyway, so it's not a worry having it lowered the way it is. It's not super slammed or anything like that. It's just, I didn't even realise it was lowered, So then he's phoned up this morning. Hey! Oh, look at her barking, look. They'll love that. They'll all love that. They'll love it. The way it's got kahunas. Wolfie! Oh yeah. Honestly, I've heard it barking this morning. Oh no, I've heard it crying this morning. But the fact that it barks like that at these big dogs is just fantastic. I mean, they'll love that. Wolfie, come on. You're a lovely one, Wolfie, aren't you? And I know you're a lovely one as well. Yeah, aren't you? Yeah. And do you like your new friend? Let's see what those two are doing over there. Oh yeah, the wolf is now growling at Woof Woof. We're a lovely friend for Woof Woof, that will. Jesus Christ. Now I've got this as now the queen of the house. She's the queen of the soil, the black one, Wolfie. She's the queen of the house. Whenever, like Doug Dick here, this grey one, will jump up on her. You know what I mean? Lovely. Anyway, yeah, so they've called up now saying, oh no, it isn't just a case of now remove all the leaf springs from underneath, from on top of, is that from on top of the axle, and put them underneath, and you get paid them for the work, and then you've come back and they pay them again. Now it's like, oh yeah, no, they've found out now that the shocks aren't standard shocks. Because it's lowered, and now the distance between where the shock attaches to the body and then where the shock attaches to the actual axle, that's a smaller distance, right? And you have to change the shocks because it's got shorter shocks on, made for the job. So, which is pretty obvious really, and why he didn't say before. So he's saying, yeah, another 3,000 baht more, another 75 quid more for a set of shocks. It's like never ends. Then you think to yourself, you know what, shall I just keep it? Shall I just keep it standard? Which means then probably the fronts are going to have to be changed. You know what I mean? But I say, it does look good. But, I don't know. People say, ChatGPT says, oh yeah, well the ride's better when it's got better, when it's got the proper shocks on, proper ride height and everything. So, Jesus Christ, this dog. So that's what I'm up against. So I get a cup of coffee. And the thing is, you see now, it's like, just because this guy says 3,000 baht for shocks, those shocks that are going to fail in the future, you know what I mean? Do I need to be buying ones that are a little bit more expensive? Do I want do I want to pay another 30 quid more and get the Isuzu originals and all that kind of business? You know what I mean? This is the decision you need to make. Or am I just going to buy just enough and then put it back? Because the chances are I'm never ever going to need a high ride height. You know, anyway, there you go. That's what I'm up against. See ya.